Hi, everybody. This is Sarah Badzigalupi with the Chapman Law Group. I'm the head attorney of our Florida Regulatory and Licensing Division. I wanted to talk about out-of-state discipline and how that impacts your Florida license. I see a lot of people being surprised when they see the Florida Department of Health stepping in and taking disciplinary action on their license just because another state did. Well, I'm sorry to say that that's perfectly legal and within their rights to do so. And it's because the Florida Practice Act has a clause that applies to every type of licensee that says that the Florida Department of Health can take disciplinary action against you if you've been disciplined by another state. So for those of you who have licenses in multiple states, and many of you do, especially my nurse clients, be careful. If you are facing an investigation in one state, you might also face one in Florida in the future. Sometimes they happen concurrently, sometimes they don't. But the one most important thing to note is just because you think you resolved a case out of state, make sure you understand whether those consequences are in fact disciplinary, because out-of-state discipline can lead to a Florida Department of Health investigation and will lead to subsequent disciplinary action on your Florida license. That means you're going to end up with not one data bank report, but two, or however many, depending on how many states you're licensed in. There's not much that an attorney can do except mitigate the type of discipline. When it comes to whether or not we can avoid the disciplinary action in its totality, the law says we really can't, because it's within the purview of the Department of Health to discipline you. And that's because of one very simple concept.
Quick break. If you're a healthcare provider or an entrepreneur involved in healthcare and have a legal problem, whether it's compliance, regulatory, DEA, criminal, or any number of legal problems, Chapman Law Group is here to help. Please visit us at chapmanlawgroup.com. Click the link below. Now back to the video.
If you are subject to an administrative complaint, that is a formal charge against your license. And in this case, we're talking about out-of-state discipline, right? So if the administrative complaint says that you are subject to disciplinary action by the Florida Department of Health because of Texas's disciplinary action, or Colorado's disciplinary action, or New Jersey, anywhere, then you have two choices to fight that administrative complaint. One choice is disputing the factual allegations contained within the complaint and asking for a formal hearing. And the second choice is choosing not to dispute the allegations and instead to appear directly before the board to discuss the case. Well, if in fact you were disciplined out of state, then you really can't ask for a formal hearing because you can't factually dispute the occurrence of that event. And so really you're only left with one choice, and that is to have to appear directly before the board for what is an informal hearing. And the important thing for you to understand is that an informal hearing, you are basically agreeing to the fact that there's a disciplinary basis for the department to take action against you. And so really these types of hearings tend to be more mitigating. So you get to present evidence to try to mitigate the possible damage that could come to your license, but you don't get to argue why you shouldn't be disciplined at all. So remember, out-of-state discipline can and will impact your Florida license. It's just a matter of when. And hiring an attorney early can help you mitigate the consequences of that discipline and help you find a more comparable penalty that isn't as severe. We encourage you to call Chapman Law Group. We have presence in multiple states, so we can most likely help you, or at the very least point you in the right direction. Call an attorney today. Do it. It's about your license.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. Please like and subscribe and hit that little bell down on the bottom to receive notifications of our upcoming videos.